Welcome back, everybody. It's your End Zone Emcees. We got a good one this week. Week 10, NFL football. Got a handful of games, very close ones too. A lot of stuff happening at the trade deadline, new faces, new teams. So with that, we're going to get started with the Falcons and the Vikings. Vikings recently just got Josh Dobbs on trade. Taylor Heineke, new addition to the offseason for the Falcons. Both had a face-off, both different starting roles. And what was your big takeaway there?
Taylor Heineke's on
the Falcons.
Bro. Why is Arthur Smith still the head coach for the Falcons?
Dude, you heard about who his dad was, right?
Oh, no. Who's his dad?
His dad is the founder of FedEx. He's worth over $5 billion.
Oh, man. You don't need to coach football, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Exactly.
What?
It's like, bro.
Your dad created FedEx?
Bro, take over the business, my guy.
My dude, I got some FedEx stuff on me right now. Your dad made this? What? You coaching football?
For real?
Oh, man. I mean, I know they say do what you love, but oh, my God, bro. I did not know that.
Crazy, right?
Yeah, you over and Arthur Smith over here fighting with people in the media and stuff like that. I forgot what the guy's name is, fighting with a former NFL player. Get out, boy. If you don't take your ass to the mansion and get off the football field, you can't even coach anyways. You can't coach with the damn. What? Oh my God. That's bigger news than damn near the game. Hey, shout out Josh Dobbs, though, because he came in, he did this thing.
Yes.
I think his career will be extended by a couple of years. I think that a story like this is a feel-good story. It's something you can write about. And the NFL likes feel-good stories. Also, he played pretty well. He can run the ball. He threw some touchdowns. He may play.
He deserves the credit, man.
Deserves the credit, right? So I think he can stay on. I think he can stay on a couple more years. I think he'll be looked at, especially if he's able to pull off some more wins. I think he'll be looked at as a guy that where maybe he's not a starter, but he's a great backup where he can come in and he can fill in the roles and produce like a starter. I'm pretty sure that the Jets would like Josh Dobbs right about now, right?
Yeah.
Over Zach Wilson. You know what I'm saying? So credit to him, man. All credit in the world. I thought the Vikings were done. I thought their season was over. I thought their season was low-key been over. Then Kirk Cousins got hurt. Then I thought it was really over. Then the second quarterback got hurt. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all done. But Josh Dobbs, credit to him. He came in, he got him a W, and that's all that matters, man.
Yeah, man. Dude, I remember him. He started his years on the Steelers, man. I still wish we had him as a backup.
I didn't even know you started on the Steelers.
To see him win. Yeah. Yeah, oh, wow. He started his year.
How long has he been in the league for?
Yeah. At least 5 years or so.
Oh wow. Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So a good amount. Yeah, but dude, I love to see Josh Dobbs win. I'm always rooting for him. I love to see it. Taylor Heineke also played a great game. I think he's also another solid, like really, really solid backup.
Oh, Taylor Heineke's for sure a solid backup.
Yeah, I definitely think he deserves the starting role over Ritter. He's obviously earned it. I think the offense for the Falcons did their part, but I think it was more so on the defense that kind of gave that game away for them.
Well, yeah, if you let the guy who don't know his receivers' names outplay you, sheesh. Josh Dobbs, he's 28. Go figure. Actually, Josh Dobbs, his birthday is the day before mine. Team Aquarius.
Oh, wow.
Hey. Right.
All right. Well, there it is.
So yeah, man.
Real
recognized, real Josh.
Yeah. But I honestly thought the Vikings season was done too, low key. But after they beat the Niners, I was like, oh man, do they have something to play for now? Are they starting to get that with Jefferson coming back soon? Hopefully, never know, man. But I still think the Lions will win that division. But
for sure. I think it's the Lions. At this point, it's the Lions to lose in my eyes. The Vikings, maybe they get to the wild card, but maybe. But I think that this year it's a choice to lose, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. So with that, I honestly think the Falcons don't win their division. I still think the Saints win that division, but I think it'll be close.
How do you feel about Arthur Smith? Do you think he's a credible coach? Do you think it's more okay?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of his. There's a couple games where I was like,
a lot of questionable
management was not great.
Thank you. A lot of questionable fourth quarter calls.
Yeah,
I was just about to say the same thing. Yeah.
So just go take over FedEx, bro.
Right. I'll be there in a heartbeat. Yeah.
For real.
Well, at least we know Arthur Smith is doing it for the love and not for the money.
Yeah, exactly. So, another game actually I was watching a lot this last week was the Bucks and the Texans. Let me tell you, that was a game with two gunslingers that played their asses off, and that was a great game,
bro.
Great game, dude. For both teams being 3-5, amazing game.
Baker Mayfield. I mean, honestly, I'm tired of people hating on Baker Mayfield. I always like Baker Mayfield, and I always felt like he wasn't in a great. He was not in a great position to be successful. The man had in his 5 years in Cleveland, he had 3 coaches, bro. I mean, how was he had 3 coaches in his 4th year? He balled out. I still think about that game against Patrick Mahomes where he balled out, and it came down to, if I'm not mistaken, came down to 1 touchdown. Yeah, and then the year after that, his 5th year, the Browns screwed him over, and I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? No. The Browns told him one thing and had him playing hurt, and completely did another. So I never felt that way. I never felt that Baker was a terrible quarterback. I never felt like he was a bust. I thought he was always competent, and I thought when given a chance, I thought bro could deliver low key. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that he's gotten a chance to prove himself a little bit. Now I get it that the team is 3-5. They're 3-4, 3-5. I know they're a little bit under 500. I get that, but I mean I'm not gonna blame that all on Baker Mayfield. Not when you have a game like that. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing good, man. I want to give him his flowers while you can still smell them. So, yeah, shout out to Baker. Hey, man, but the CJ Stroud, woo, bro, is the truth. He is the
Rookie of the year so far.
Offensive Rookie of the year, no doubt, no question in my mind.
Question.
He is the truth. Boy, didn't Carolina mess up. But I'm glad he didn't go to Carolina because I'm not gonna put it all on Bryce Young. We've had this conversation before off camera. I don't like Frank Reich. I don't think he's a good coach at all. The man got fired last year after going one in. What was the record? Oh my God, I gotta look this up. It was 1-6, man. It was
atrocious.
It was terrible. 3-5-1 start last year. 3-5-1 got fired, and the Carolina Panthers thought this was the guy to coach your number 1 overall pick. Absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. That's why people in Carolina went out. That's why people leaving. That's why the receiver last year was getting into it, and Christian McCaffrey gone. Look at it's just not competent. Why does the NFL continue to hire these guys? What are they saying in the interviews? It's almost like, hey, buddy, I need a job. I got you, bud. Hey, you hooked me up back in the day with that star player, so I got you right now. It's what it really feels like. It's like, for real. It's like, I mean, what are the Colts right now? 1-6, 1-7, and Bryce Young looked awful last game. I mean, flat out awful. Now it doesn't help that he doesn't have an offensive line either. You don't have no offensive line protecting him. So the man out there just he already small. You know what I'm saying? So I just man. I don't know. The Panthers.
It's disastrous right now.
It's disastrous, and it's just like when you see the Texans, who, by the way, the Texans have been disastrous too. This is actually the first time they've gotten it right in a long time.
Yep.
So, but it just shows what happens when you have a competent head coach, and you have you have a competent head coach who believes in his rookie quarterback and is putting them in positions to be successful. And that defense, that Texans defense is looking nice too. Good Lord, he got the D'Amico Coach Ryan's got the Texans defense looking good. So man, it just it was a great game, man. It went down to the wire. It really went down to the final touchdown. That was probably it was funny. It's probably the best game I saw on Sunday. I don't feel like the Dolphins and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but the Dolphins and Chiefs game to me didn't live up to the billing. Chiefs had 21. They skunked them. That would have been a skunk on Madden, 21-0, and then the Dolphins came back, decided to wake up a little bit. And then the Eagles and Cowboys, that was all right, but it just I think the thriller, the sleeping gem on Sunday, to me was that Texans Buccaneers game, man.
I agree, man. I agree completely, bro. CJ Stroud breaking the rookie record for most passing yards in a game, man, is insane.
You're looking good.
Last time that was set was Andrew Luck. And before that, I think it was
Cam Newton, if I'm not mistaken.
I forget who it was.
It was
Cam Newton. Yeah, you're right.
Some great company to be in.
Dude, he just living up to his hype. Huh?
I said some great company to be in.
What? Oh, yeah. Totally, man. Yeah, dude. And I really like what Stroud is doing off the field too with the team. I don't know if you hear, but he's always bonding with them like almost every day, dude. He would like have like host
That's
events
good.
with them, like like bond with each other, hang out, get
That's
to know
what's
each other
up.
personally. All that. What a real leader does. So it's like
That's what's
I
up.
love to see him do
A
that shit. I
true
love to
leader.
see him win.
A
Yeah,
true leader
true
on and
leader
off
right
the
there.
field, man. CJ
Yeah.
Stroud, he gonna be here for years to come.
Yeah, man. So bright future looking for Stroud. The Bucks still honestly are amazing me. I thought they were going to be a bottom 5 team. But Baker still is playing well. He's still balling. Rashad White looked nice too, scoring a couple touchdowns there.
Mike
And
Evans still there.
yeah, Mike Evans,
Yep.
Mike's still balling too. So yeah, that game was definitely one to remember in my eyes. The other game I wanted to discuss briefly was the Cowboys and Eagles game, rivalry game, NFC East matchup. Eagles 8-1. They
Eagles
still continue to dominate, and Cowboys still have trouble finding themselves wins lately.
Cowboys have trouble closing games against big time teams.
Yeah.
Super Bowl caliber teams. It never fails for whatever reason. It just feels like maybe their booty holes are too tight. Maybe there's a little brown in their underwear or something. They just cannot find ways to win games against those elite teams. Now, against a trash team, they do their thing, but elite teams, it just always seems like it's the same story. I know the Eagles are 8-1, but I feel like Jalen Hurts is a little hurt, and that concerns me. Like I always see bro like limping or like, and even what's his name? Not AJ Brown. Who's the other?
Devontae Smith.
Devontae. Even him, he was limping when I saw the game on Sunday. So that made me a little nervous.
Okay.
I think that they have a great offensive line still. I think they have a pretty good defense still. I think that the Eagles secondary, it could be better. They're good. I think they're great, but they're not elite. They're not like what they were last year, in my opinion. Because last year they was elite.
Oh, they were dominant.
They were elite. So I feel like they're great, but it's still early, and I feel like they can get there. So I don't want to hate them on too much. I mean, they're 8-1 after all. I like what I'm seeing from the Eagles. I still have them probably as the favorites of the NFC, especially given the 49ers struggles in the last month or so. I like what I'm seeing for the 49ers. Excuse me, from the Eagles. Hopefully, Jalen Hurts can get healthy and team progresses.
Yeah, they keep that push like play keeps on working every time, dude. It's insane. They freaking push the guys like 5 yards downfield slow. It's like
something works when everybody's trying to copy it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. And the Cowboys, I mean, Dak Prescott played a hell of a game. Clock management at the end was terrible in my opinion. But Dallas, see, we do this, and this is why I knew I'm not going to cut my hair this year. Because this is Dallas every year, where we look at them more outside of maybe 2020, the year before, the year that ended up, they were so bad that year that they ended up getting Michael Parsons. Outside of that year, Dallas, it's like the same old story. You have a really good team. You have an elite defense, and like you just don't get it done. For whatever reason, when it comes against the big dogs of your conference, you don't show up. You just can't. It's almost like you're always medium tier. You're always like you're not low tier, but you're medium because you can go low or you can be high. But so I have to put you at that medium tier. And it's the same old story with the Cowboys, man. And then they'll go and beat up a weak team. That too, the Cowboys schedule, I swear, Jerry Jones is putting money in the NFL pockets because the Cowboys schedule the last 2-3 years has been trash. They have played so many weak teams, man. And I'm like, how many times are y'all going to benefit off playing a weak team? And then you all run up against a good team and get smacked, just like the next team we're going to talk about.
Yep, I totally agree, man. Same old Cowboys. That's the Cowboys I always know. But yeah, Eagles continue to dominate, and the Dolphins and Chiefs had a showdown in Germany. And I'm going to be honest with you. I watched those highlights, and that ending really disappointed me from Miami's side.
I didn't watch the game. The game was like at 6 a.m., man. I couldn't.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I was out like a light. I'm good. I'm sorry. I was out. But I saw the highlights, and again, I mean, the Chiefs had 21 on them early, and you can credit to them. They kind of came back, but Tyreek, he dropped some passes, and I was disappointed because I thought Tyreek was going to ball out the way he was talking.